Hey, what's up guys? My name is Anand and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about autonomous AI agents and how you can use AI agents for digital marketing. I know that everybody uses AI tools, but there is this next wave that's coming up which is about AI agents. So I wanted to touch base on like what are the applications and use cases of AI agents in digital marketing or in general marketing, right? From content creation, advertising, email automation, building, chatbot interfaces. There are a bunch of different applications, and I'm going to walk them through in this video. But starting with some basics, right? So let's get started. The first one is what exactly is an AI agent? So AI agents has the capability to ingest data from multiple sources. Basically, it means that it can take on different types of data sources such as your website data, your campaign data, marketing data. It can be historical performance data. It can be simple things like PDF files, Excel sheets, and anything that you store in a local machine, right? So AI agent has the capability to read and understand different types of data sources, right? So that's number one. Number two, it has the capability to reason over it. So think about a small brain that has the capacity to digest all this information and then allow you to make strategic decisions. So for instance, let's say there's an AI agent that can go through your website data and it can tell you like what should be your next best blog based on something that has worked previously for your target audience. That's a perfect example. And the third step is, it can take actions. You can trigger a workflow. You can ask it to send an email. You can ask it to publish the blog, research about something, send an email. Well, I already spoke about that. Or it can be maybe changing certain parameters within your ad campaign, such as updating the creative, um, changing the target audience, reallocating certain budgets. So those are some examples of autonomous actions, right? So agents take the data, reason over it, and take action. Simple three-step process, right? The next example is I want to give you is on the practical side of how you might be already using AI agents. The first one is about Google Ads, and Performance Max campaign is a great example. What Google is basically saying is that if you use Performance Max campaign, your campaign performance will probably improve by 18% when it comes to conversion, and it will help you to reduce cost per acquisition. Again, on the Meta side or Facebook ads, Meta Advantage plus shopping campaign has helped advertisers like Manos Luggage to decrease your cost per purchase. That's just an example, right? Then there are tools out there that can help you with budget reallocation on the paid side. It can go through, let's say you're running multiple campaigns. The tool can actually tell you which campaigns are underperforming, and it will reallocate that budget to maybe a best performing campaign, right? So that's just an area on the advertising side of how AI agents are applicable. Then comes content creation and personalization. As you all know, you must be using LLMs to write content or at least come up with the basic draft to research. And there are a bunch of tools like Perplexity, Gemini, of course, ChatGPT. But what if you built an agent that can, that has some context about existing knowledge or currently published content, and then build on top of it where it can then accurately tell you like what should be your next content. HubSpot AI content agent does exactly that. It can draft blogs, emails, landing pages. So now you're talking about like multiple asset types, right? And it has an embedded RAG system or retrieval augmented generation system. So great example. Then we have dynamic product content. This is phenomenal. Let's say you are an e-commerce brand and you have thousands of SKUs, right? What if you build an AI agent that accurately creates a dynamic product content based on lifestyle images on demand for e-commerce retailer. So let's say there is an integration with your GA4 or Google Analytics 4. It has detected a spike in traffic for a specific product, and then it spins up like real-time content for that product and for different variants within that product. Now I just came up with this idea at the time of recording. So if you want to take that idea and implement I would be glad to see that, or type in the comment section if you have seen such tools. And then we have another example, which is hyper-personalization. So again, tools like Instantly AI, HubSpot, MailChimp, they send emails, bulk emails, and there are a bunch of cold email tools out there. But what if you built an AI agent that takes into consideration, or the input is basically the email ID and a LinkedIn URL of that person. The AI agent then does a deep research about that person on the internet by visiting their LinkedIn profile, if they have a website, if they have a YouTube channel. It pulls all that textual data or text data, summarizes that, understands their preferences, the latest LinkedIn posts that they have published, their interests, and based on that, you then create a customized email just for that person. So it's like cold emails on, I don't know, cold emails times 10x performance. I don't know if I can use the word steroids in this video. I don't know if that's a red flag for YouTube. Anyways, so that's an example, right? So yeah, whatever. Yeah, basically you can build those systems where you can research about that person and make it hyper personalized, right? So Starbucks Deep Brew is another example on the e-commerce side, where it will analyze orders, weather, and store traffic and deliver one-to-one offers. So again, there are a bunch of tools out there, but again, you can stand apart from existing tools by creating your own tool, right? And in this video, at the end, I'm gonna share my own tool that I've built. It's called MarqOps, and it does a bunch of cool things using AI. Anyways, the next segment is conversational commerce and service. So again, you can maybe like build a messaging integration where you can handle like FAQs, product discovery, and checkouts all within chat, right? Then you can allow seamless checkout capability. So conversational agents can maybe guide through from discovery to purchase. Let's say it's a complex product where it requires configuration. So let's say you're trying to build a mini, let's say you sell 3D printer, right? And there are a bunch of configurations that needs to be done, or add-ons that needs to be done, right? You can implement an AI chatbot that guides the user through the entire journey and helps you customize, configure a product based on your interest, and then it will also help you to check out, right? So great example for complex, B2C or B2B process. Automated support, obviously, a lot of the agents can automate, basic submitting a ticket, IT service desk ticket, HR service ticket, Jira tickets, ServiceNow tickets. These are all a great ways of automating, ticketing system, getting a response from an existing ticket, getting status update, getting e-commerce status update. All of that can be done through automated support. And then obviously, by implementing this, you're going to improve faster response time, thereby increasing customer satisfaction and hopefully, reducing churn rate. All right. Finally, we have predictive targeting and autonomous shopping. I think we already spoke about autonomous shopping, but maybe on the predictive targeting side, you can build an AI agent that takes into consideration like previous advertising performance, trends, and what people are shifting in market signals, and then come up with like a really unique target audience. It can do some real-time segmentation and make personalized offers based on that. So that's on the predictive targeting side. So if you were to take on this project, right? If you were to get on this AI agent journey, how would you do that? Well, the first thing is your foundation, which is data. Make sure that you centralize all your data in one location, implement a CRM, and of course, start with basic analytics like GA4, Google Tag Manager, Pixels, Facebook Pixel, LinkedIn Insight Tag. Have everything flown into your centralized data collection system, which is GA4. You can then build on top of that with Looker Studio reporting. That becomes your data for analysis, right? Then it will help you to determine, okay, what's the next step that you want to automate? Let's say you're spending more than 4 minutes on, let's say someone is spending more than 4 minutes on checkout page. that's a red flag. Maybe you can reduce it to 2 minutes by implementing an FAQ bot that answers questions. Now that's just an example, right? So you can implement that in your next step, but there are options. Do you want to build it or do you want to buy an off-the-shelf product, right? Then comes launching it as a pilot phase to a limited set of target audience and then getting feedback, and then of course you wrap everything in a governance slash ethics slash security layer so that there's always human oversight. So while you're implementing this, make sure that it's GDPR compliant, so you're taking care of data privacy. Don't over automate. Sometimes AI agents can take their own decisions, so and sometimes it does not make sense. So ensure that there is always like human in the loop, right? So that's where you can keep an eye on. And then a couple of other emerging trends is cross agent orchestration. So think about this like an agent director where one agent can talk to multiple sub agents that are specialized in something. So that's already coming up. Then we have like on device inference, just like on device ML modeling. You can I think iPhones already have that. So you can even build AI agents that run on device. Then we have multi-model agents, which you already know, where you can ingest multiple types of data sources like text, image, and voice. And then we have open source framework, so that you don't have to uh, worry about like vendor lock-in. All right. Having said that, I do have something exciting to share with you all, um, which is you can try out a tool which I have built called as MarqOps.com. What it does is, you know, right now the features include integrating your Google Ads account, right? Number one. Number two, you can analyze multiple ad campaigns across multiple ad accounts. Number three, the best feature is it will tell you which keywords are converting by analyzing your search terms data, and you can then decide which keywords you want to add as negative or which keywords you want to add uh, as which search terms you want to add into your ad campaign. And then I have also built a rack chat, which will allow you to uh, basically ask simple questions like what are my top performing campaigns, what are my underperforming keywords, what's the average conversion rate across the entire ad account, across entire campaigns, cool things like that. You can upload files, your PDF documents, and you can perform rack chat. You can even do a deep crawl of your website, so all of the website content will become a part of the database, and you can ask questions, so it's almost like talking to your own website. So there are a bunch of features over here which I have already implemented. Give it a shot. No credit card required. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about the product, and I will see you next time. Thank you.